Even when you were sick, you wanted to get through it and have a family get together, because that's what family meant to you. You cared for and spent many days with Ma, and even more so in your retirement. Although it was short-lived, you still made every effort to make Ma's life more comfortable. I pray that you are safe and at peace in heaven with all those family members who have crossed over, and I hope you are the one that is organizing huge parties that are always well catered. Until we meet again, rest well, Uncle Sagaren. You live on in every memory we have of you. Thank you.
Good afternoon and a very warm welcome to one and all of you. Today we meet to pay tribute to a loving soul, a loving brother, a loving uncle, a loving husband, a loving relative, a loving friend, and a loving neighbor on this memorable day. Passing of Sagaren was a huge shock to the family. Sagaren passed away on the 1st of March at the age of 64. In fact, it was a huge blow, a double blow for the family, when we also lost our mum in February, and a month later, Sagaren. Sagaren was a humble soul. He was kind-hearted, he was caring, and he was loved by all. And he was always willing to assist no matter what the circumstances were. In fact, he went out of his way to please everybody. He also took care of my late mum. They were inseparable. He saw to all their needs. This afternoon's service will be conducted by the Saraswathi service group. But before I hand you over to them, may I kindly remind you to please wear your masks, sanitize your hands, and keep your distance. It is imperative that we do that because, as we know currently, the numbers are increasing day by day. We need to keep ourselves safe and follow the COVID protocols. In fact, this prayer this afternoon bears testimony to that. Our late Sagaren succumbed to COVID. I would like to read a quote from a poem titled For My Brother. You left without warning, gone so fast. Now all we have are memories of the past. Without further ado, I now hand you over to the Saraswathi service group. Thank you.
Vanakkam, Namaskaram, Namaste, Om Sai Ram, Hari Om, and a very good day to one and all. I think Ruben has said everything for us to just continue with our service. Sagaren. You've been invited here. You've been invited here today for a memorial service of the late Sagaren Reddy. Sorry for that, ladies and gentlemen. My musicians for this afternoon service will be on harmonium Sivanagya, on tabla Sage Governor, and I'm Mervyn Kiston. Shall we all rise to the opening prayer, please?
முகத்தவனே முத்திடனும் சொன்னவனே தூய்மை சுகத்தவனே மன்னவனே செப்பரனே மன்னவனே செப்பரனே ஐங்கரனே செஞ்சடையும் சேகரனே கற்பரனே நின்றால் சரணம் உலகளானென்று போதேக்குவானியலும் நீலவுலாவிய தீபனிவே உலகளானென்று போதேக்குவானியலும் நீலவுலாவிய தீபனிவே அம்பலத்தில் ஆடுவார் ஆளேறு சோதியன் அம்பலத்தில் ஆடுவார் ஆளே சிலம்பாடி வாசி வணங்குவோம் ஆளே சிலம்பாடி வாசி வணங்குவோம் ஆளே சிலம் ஓம் திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். And I kindly take your seats, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, there will be two parts to this afternoon service. So the first half of the devotional songs and the second half of the sacred song, Thevaram songs, where we'll ask the family and the friends to come into Divaradhane. We will say bid farewell to our dear dead. At this juncture, we'd like to welcome all our Facebook viewers who's catching us live this morning. वक्रतुण्डमाकाया सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं गुरुवे देवा सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो न प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो न प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो न प्रचोदयात् ॐ श्री गणेशाय नमः ॐ गं गणपतिये नमः तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ति प्रचोदयात् Om Sri Ganeshaya Namah. Sarvesha Vinayaka, Sarvesha Vinayaka, Sarvesha Vinayaka, Sarvesha Vinayaka. Vasathinamuge Vinayaka, Varikatum Devo Vigneshwara. Vasathinamuge Vinayaka, Varikatum Devo Vigneshwara. Jagatin Muriye Vinayaka, Sarvesha Vinayaka. Jagatin Muriye Vinayaka, Sarvesha Vinayaka. Sarvesha Vinayaka, Sarvesha Om Gam Ganapati Vinayaka, Gajamuge Gajamuga Vigneshwara. Om Gam Ganapati Vinayaka, Gajamuge Gajamuga Vigneshwara. Jane Mugade Vinayaka, Sarvesha Vinayaka. Jane Mugade Vinayaka, Sarvesha Vinayaka. Sarvesha Vinayaka, Sarvesha Vinayaka. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Sri Guruve நம் தேவனுக்கு என்னே தேவன் ஐயா நம் தேவனுக்கு என்னே தேவன் ஐயா நம் தேவனுக்கு என்னே தேவன் ஐயா நம் தேவனுக்கு என்னே தேவன் ஐயா
எண்ணிய எண்ணும் எல்லாம் ஈடேறும்
உமனே சுந்தரியே அகிலமனாமே காற்றென்றியும் அகிலமனாமே காற்றென்றியும் காமணியே திர ஊரும் வெளியே ஆகிலும் நீனும் வந்தே கொஞ்சம் அடித்தீரும் காளி ஆதிமகேஸ்வரியே ஆகியும் நீனும் வந்தே கொஞ்சம் அடித்தீரும் காளி ஆதிமகேஸ்வரியே மூர்த்திகள் புகழும் பொங்க செய்திடும் மூர்த்திகள் புகழும் பொங்க செய்திடும் முத்துமாரியே எங்கும் நீரந்தே அம்மா என்றே அடித்தால் போதும் நல்லருளோடு கொள்ளும் வந்து சேரும் ஆலயம் எல்லாம் ஒளி வீசும் துர்கே ஆலயம் எல்லாம் ஒளி வீசும் துர்கே அம்பிகையே உன்னை நம்பினேன் தினமும் அம்மா என்றே அழைத்தால் போதும் அம்மா உலகம் பழித்தான் உதவும் கோவல் மணிவோசை தாயார் மடியில் தாய்வை அணித்தே தழுவும் நெஞ்சில் மணி ஓசை இதுவினி போலும் மணி ஓசை இவன் ஊரணிக்க காட்டும் மணி ஓசை தேவன் கோவில் மணி ஓசை நல்ல சேந்திகள் சொல்லும் மணி ஓசை தேவன் கோவில் மணி ஓசை நல்ல சேந்திகள் சொல்லும் மணி ஓசை பாவிகள் மீதும் ஆண்டவன் காட்டும் பாவிகள் மீதும் ஆண்டவன் காட்டும் பாட்டுகள் ஓசை மணி ஓசை தேவன் கோவல் மணி ஓசை நல்ல சேந்திகள் சொல்லும் மணி ஓசை என்னை காக்கும் வழிவோசை தேவன் கோவல் வழிவோசை நல்ல செய்திகள் சொல்லும் வழிவோசை பாவிகள் மீதும் ஆண்டவர் காட்டும் பாவிகள் மீதும் ஆண்டவர் காட்டும் பாசத்தின் ஓசை மணி ஓசை தேவன் கோவல் மணி ஓசை நல்ல செய்திகள் சொல்லும் மணி ஓசை தேவன் கோவல் மணி ஓசை நல்ல செய்திகள் சொல்லும் மணி ஓசை சீவா பெருமான் உந்தன் தந்தை அல்லவோ பார்வதி அம்மா உன் தாயல்லவோ என்னை காட்டும் வடிவேலவா வடிவேல் எந்தன் துணையே வேல் முருகா என்னை காட்டும் வடிவேலவா வடிவேல் எந்தன் துணையே வேல் முருகா வடிவேல் என்னை காட்டும் வடிவேலவா நாமும் என்னை நாடும் வேல் முருகா வடிவேல் என்னை காட்டும் வடிவேலவா நாமும் என்னை நாடும் வேல் முருகா ஓ முருகா ஓ முருகா சரவண பவமுக வடிவேலா ஓ முருகா ஓ முருகா சரவண பவமுக வடிவேலா என்னை காட்டும் வடிவேலவா வடிவேல் எந்தன் துணையே வேல் முருகா சீவ பெருமான் உந்தன் தந்தை அல்லவோ பார்வதி அம்மா உன் தாயல்லவோ சீவ பெருமான் உந்தன் தந்தை அல்லவோ பார்வதி அம்மா உன் தாயல்லவோ ஸ்ரீ கணேசா உந்தன் நந்தன் அல்லவோ என்னை பாடும் என்ற உயிர் உந்தன் பிள்ளையல்லவோ ஸ்ரீ கணேசா உந்தன் அண்ணன் அல்லவோ என்னை பாடும் என்ற உயிர் உந்தன் பிள்ளையல்லவோ ஓ முருகா ஓ முருகா சரவண பவமுக வடிவேலா ஓ முருகா ஓ முருகா சரவண பவமுக வடிவேலா என்னை காட்டும் வடிவேலவா வடிவேல் எந்தன் துணையே வேல் முருகா கண்கள் உன்னை Ladies and gentlemen, we now call up our first speaker, and it's my privilege to introduce you to a close family friend and a neighbor to the Reddys, Mr. Ashfield David.
Vanakkam to one and all. To say that I am still in disbelief about the passing of our beloved Uncle Sagaren is not enough to explain the emotions we all feel. Even though it has been many months, as I type this tribute, I still feel I cannot comprehend this loss. It's as if I'm doing a school assignment and any moment Uncle Sagaren is going to walk down the driveway screaming, "Pet boy, what is the Liverpool score?" But alas, life is not so simple. Sometimes, unfortunately, we have to deal with loss. And dealing with Uncle Sagaren has been one of the hardest many, if not all of us, had to endure. You see, the biggest problem with dealing with this loss was Uncle Sagaren. Uncle Sagaren was such a charismatic and delightful soul to have in our lives. We grew accustomed to having him around with his playful banter, insightfulness, and fun personality that filling the void of his departure is now an impossible task. Uncle Sagaren was a man of integrity and dedication. He showed it all the time in his work and the way he carried himself. Uncle Sagaren touched so many lives by selfless and countless acts of kindness, always giving and never expecting any favors in return. A good example, and anyone on the road can attest to this, is that Uncle Sagaren, no matter where he was, would always pick up litter that was around him and put it in the nearest bin. His dedication to a cause was what set him apart. He was always willing to take charge and do the necessary in the community, be it rallying the families together to get a neighborhood watch going, or getting people in place to get our guards to increase our safety, or even if it was just getting everyone together for a good day out and just a bride. He was always at the helm of these things. Uncle Sagaren no doubt had an impact on all of us. I personally can attest to this statement. He taught me life lessons and values for life. But the biggest thing of all was he taught me Liverpool. It's actually a very funny story. I was about 2 or 3, and my dad, who is a United supporter, made it very clear, and especially to Uncle Sagaren, that there would be no Liverpool supporters in his house. Uncle Sagaren took me for a drive a couple days later, and he returned me home in the afternoon in a full Liverpool kit. And that's how I became known as the Liverpool boy. There is so much more I can go on to talk about Uncle Sagaren, but nothing will help fill the void of his departure. Uncle Sagaren, you will never be forgotten. His smile and happy memories live on in all of us, and this is how I choose to remember him. Remember, be it life or death, you will never walk alone. Sincerely, your pet boy. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashfi. I'm now going to play you it's a recorded speech. Sorry, wrong one.
Our dearest uncle and cousin Sagaren, it is still so surreal that you are no longer with us. We miss your witty humor, your invaluable advice, and your inspirational words of wisdom. You had a heartwarming love for family and togetherness. The memories of our family get-togethers, picnics, and gatherings will forever live in our hearts. You had a gift of making everyone feel welcomed, leaving an indelible imprint, reminding us of your warmth and kindness. We absolutely loved when you would tell us stories about the good old days and reciting tales of how great life was. You always encouraged us to create opportunities to come together, and you basked in the bliss of having everyone around. Yours is a tale that we will tell to the generations ahead, reminding them how one man who lived and sacrificed for his family touched the hearts of everyone he crossed paths with. A gentle giant, a gentleman, a respected elder, and a man of honor. Your life was a blessing, your memory a treasure, You are loved beyond words and missed beyond measure. Though you are not with us anymore, we will always keep you alive in our talks, in our memories, in our hearts, and in everything we share. Rest in peace. Love always, Eugen, Yvette, Tifania, Naven, and Gregory.
Monica and Vashni.
Welcome everybody. I'm going to read out a message sent from Mikogan. Grief has its own time frame. It has its own itinerary with you. It has its own power over you, and it will come when it comes. It comes when it wants to, and it carves you out. It comes in the middle of night. It comes in the middle of the day. It comes in the middle of a meeting. It comes in the middle of a meal. It arrives. It's this tremendously forceful arrival, and it cannot be resisted without you suffering more. The posture that you take is you hit your knees in absolute humility, and you let it rock you until it's done with you. It will be done with you eventually, and when it's done, it will leave. But to stiffen, to resist, to fight it, is to hurt yourself. It's almost like being roiled in a wave. You just let it come, and it's this tremendous psychological and spiritual challenge to relax in the awesome power of it until it's gone through you. Grief has a tremendous relationship to love. As they say, it's the price you pay for love. But in the moments of life where we have fallen in love, we have just as little power over it as we do in grief. There are certain things that happen to us as human beings that you cannot control or command, that will come to you at really inconvenient times, and where you have to bow in the human humility to the fact that there's something running through you that's bigger than you. It's an honor to be in grief. It's an honor to feel that much, to have loved that much. It's what's owed. I wouldn't miss it. I wouldn't have missed a minute of it. We miss you, Uncle Sagaren, Mikogan, and family.
Thank you, Vashti. I'm now going to play you another recorded message from one of the family members.
A message from Yarshan. A message from Yarshan.
Sorry, we'll play you the next one.
Grandpa Sagaren was a kind gentleman with a happy smile. He loved to spoil me and everyone he loved. Every time he came to visit, he used to tell me gardening tips because he knew I loved gardening. My favorite memory with him is when he came to drop off some plants that Grandma Sandra grew, and he took the time to show me how to plant each one. And that's what I admired from Grandpa Sagaren, is that he was always patient, and he would come out of his way to do something for everyone he loved, and I hope to be like him one day. His wish from me is when he came out of hospital, I must grow some methi from the garden for him, because he loved methi. Whenever I grow methi, I always offer some for him in his remembrance, because that was a wish he wanted from me. Grandpa Sagaren, may you rest in peace and enjoy your life in heaven with all the other angels, and may we one day be reunited together in heaven. Thank you.
Thank you. That was from one of the grandchildren. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Gangai anindava kandu tudam vilasa sadengiyadum padaviroda lingeswara Our next speaker, and third final speaker, will be Navani Reddy. She'll speak on behalf of Sandra Reddy, the wife of our late Sagaren Reddy.
Happy dear, the day you left and gained your wings, my heart just broke in two. Our time together was so special, and so were the memories we made. Our lives go on without you, but nothing is the same. I hide my heartache when someone speaks your name. Sad are the hearts that loved you, silent are the tears that fall. I struggle with the heartache that came when I lost you. I miss your warmth, I miss your strength, and your smile. I miss you, Sagaren, so very much. There's an emptiness I cannot comprehend. Teaching myself to be strong is very difficult. If only I could have you back for just a little while. You were someone so special who left your mark on so many lives. I salute you, happy dear, for all that you have done and for every sacrifice you have made. You were a remarkable man, dependable, loving, caring, and always went the extra mile to help others. You were one in a million, Sagaren. You did so many things for us. Your heart was kind and true. Wherever we needed someone, we could always count on you. The special years will not return when we were all together, but with love in our hearts, you will walk with us forever. Our time on earth was special. Please keep watching over me and guiding me along. Someday the time will come when I no longer feel this pain. That is the day when heaven calls and we will meet again. The gates of memories will never close. I miss you more than anybody knows. In my heart, you will always be. Love and miss you, Civics. Someone is missing. Let this be a loving reminder that someone is missing today. Someone our hearts still hold on to as we travel along life's way. Someone who made life so special for all those that gather here. Someone who won't be forgotten, but cherished from year to year. And now, as we pause to remember, let us all fondly recall how dearly each of us loved him, and oh, how he loved us all. My gratitude and appreciation to my dear family and friends. Thank you to the Reddys, Pillais, Kumarasamy, Frank, David, Govinda, and Paramal families. It's been a difficult time, and I'm so grateful to each and every one of you for being here to help me along the way. Thank you for keeping me safe by sorting out security at home, from alarm systems to cameras to fencing. Thank you for driving me to Joburg, for inviting me to stay at your homes and make it so comfortable. Thank you for driving me back to Durban. Thank you for taking care of my home when I'm away. Thank you for taking me to visit my dad. Thank you for making my appointments and driving me to the doctors. Thank you for taking me shopping. Thank you for always sending delicious meals. Thank you for the telephone calls and text messages. Your kindness means more than you will ever know. I really appreciate each and every one of you and all that's done for me. Dear Vashti, Katanya, and Sharon, to you I convey my utmost appreciation for the love and kindness you bestowed on me. I thank you kids for all the help. You did so much, and I'm sure Uncle Sagaren's looking down at you guys proudly. Your mum always said you are my kids too. Just saying that you will never be enough to express my appreciation. Your generous spirit has touched me more times than I can count. Thank you for always going the extra mile and always having my back. Your kids are one of a kind, and I feel so special to have you all in my life. Wishing with all my heart that God will bless you and your loved ones 1,000-fold. To my family and friends that contributed to Sagaren's prayers, thank you. I'm so grateful. Take care, stay safe, and God bless you abundantly.
Thank you, Saraswathi Reddy. Ladies and gentlemen, we come to the second half of this afternoon service. We will call up the family to come and Divaradhane. There's some house rules when you come to the altar. You turn the lamp 3 times, you offer the water 3 times, the flower petals in front of you, you turn it around the photograph. There's a tray that's been provided for you to put it there. You can do a prayer, you put your dot, and you can go back. We'll sing the sacred songs. Om Namah Shivaya Varga Nadan Tal Varga Nimai Poludum Yenninjul Nigadan Tal Varga Om Namah Shivaya Varga Om Namah Shivaya Varga Om Namah Shivaya Varga Shivaya Namo 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 Tiruvane Maliyai Tirasuda Oliyai Tiruvane Maliyai Tirasuda Oliyai Tiravum Tiravum Paniyundavaya Tiravum Tiravum Paniyundavaya Lingasparaya Bhakta Sagaya Lingasparaya Bhakta Sagaya Arperum Jodi Name Shivaya Arperum Jodi Name Shivaya Shivaya Namo 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 Pakadal Vijayte Ummam Deva Pakadal Vijayte Ummam Deva Pongiye Gangiye Murimeya Tanda Pongiye Gangiye Murimeya Tanda Vitte Kaman Sunangu Tirabadi Pata Vitte Kaman Sunangu Tirabadi Pata Pennuni Anuni Deva Shivaya Pennuni Anuni Deva Shivaya Shivaya Namo 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 Om Tirusutrambalam Sotru Neyvediyan Sodivaanavan Potruனை தீரந்தடி போரந்த கை தொழ சோற்றுனை வேதியா
போற்றியோம் கடல் காற்றினும் நாட்டுணையாவதோ நாமே சிவாயவே நாட்டுணையாவதோ நாமே சிவாயவே காப்பினை கருவியே மாதோர் பாகத்தும் கோப்பினை தீரந்தனி ஓரந்த கை துற காப்பினை கருவியே மாதோர் பாகத்தும் கோப்பினை தீரந்தனி ஓரந்த கை துற காப்பினை கருவியே நமச்சிவாயப்பட்டு நாப்பினை கருவியே நமச்சிவாயப்பட்டு ஏத்த வெள்ளாட்டமக்கோ இது கண்ணீரையே ஏத்த வெள்ளாட்டமக்கோ இது கண்ணீரையே ஏத்த வெள்ளாட்டமக்கோ இது கண்ணீரையே. ஓம் திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். அருள் விளக்கே அருள் சுடரே அருள் ஜோதி சிவமே அருள் விளக்கே அருள் சுடரே அருள் ஜோதி சிவமே அருள் அருளே அருள் நிறைவே அருள் வடிவே பொருளே அருள் அமுதே அருள் நிறைவே அருள் வடிவே பொருளே இரு கண்ணிந்தே உள்ளம் முழுதும் ஈரம் கொண்டே அடியே இரு கண்ணிந்தே உள்ளம் முழுதும் ஈரம் கொண்டே பாடியே என் அறிவே என் உயிரே என்னை கிரியே ஒருவே என் அறிவே என் உயிரே என்னை கிரியே ஒருவே மறு கண்ணிந்தே மாமணியே மாற்றேயா பொன்னே மறு கண்ணிந்தே மாமணியே மாற்றேயா பொன்னே மன்றநாடும் பொழிகின்றே மணவாளா எனக்கே மன்றநாடும் பொழிகின்றே மணவாளா எனக்கே திருநல்லிக்கா திருவாளா ஞானாரு வாளா திருநல்லிக்கா திருவாளா ஞானாரு வாளா தேவழகு அழகைனா தேமொழியேற்று அருளே தேவழகு அழகைனா தேமொழியேற்று அருளே அருள் விளக்கே அருள் சுடரே அருள் ஜோதி சிவமே அருள் விளக்கே அருள் சுடரே அருள் ஜோதி சிவமே அருள் ஜோதி சிவமே அருள் ஜோதி சிவமே. ஓம் திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். ஓம் நம சிவாய நமோ நமோ ஓம் நம சிவாய நமோ நமோ ஓம் நம சிவாய நமோ நமோ சிவாய நமோ நமோ ஐந்தரேக்கள் பிறந்தனா ஐந்தரேக்கள் படுந்தனா ஐந்தரேக்கள் பிறந்தனா ஐந்தரேக்கள் படுந்தனா ஓம் நம சிவாய நமோ நமோ 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 என்னிடம் நாமே சிவாய எதிவிடம் நாமே சிவாய என்னிடம் நாமே சிவாய எதிவிடம் நாமே சிவாய ஓம் நம சிவாய நமோ நமோ 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 பாகவீரம் நாமே சிவாய எரிவீரம் நாமே சிவாய பாகவீரம் நாமே சிவாய எரிவீரம் நாமே சிவாய ஓம் நம சிவாய நமோ நமோ 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 ஓம் திருச்சிற்றம்பலம் மானச பஜுரே குரு சரணம் दुस्तर भवसा अरकरणम् मानस बंधुरे गुरुचरणम् दुस्तर भवसा अरकरणम् गुरु महाराज गुरु जय जय गुरु महाराज गुरु जय जय सत्य साई नाग सा गुरु जय जय सत्य साई नाग सा गुरु जय जय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमो ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमो अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुण शिवाओ अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुण शिवाओ ओंकारं भव ओंकारं भव ओंकारं भव ओम नमो बाबा ओंकारं भव ओंकारं भव ओंकारं भव ओम नमो बाबा आदिसर्वपुरे गुरुचरणं गुरुसरभवसारकरणं गुरु महाराज गुरु जय जय गुरु महाराज गुरु जय जय सत्य साई नाग सा गुरु जय जय सत्य साई नाग सा गुरु जय जय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमो ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमो अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुण शिवाओ अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुण शिवाओ ओम मानस बजुरे गुरु चरणम जो सरवसा हर करणम ஓம் திருச்சிற்றம்பலம் அருமழை அணியும் மாடும் அமரனும் முனிவத்தானும் முறை முறை வணங்கி ஏற்றும் முதல்வனே நம சிவாயா அருமழை அணியும் மாடும் அமரனும் முனிவத்தானும் முறை முறை வணங்கி ஏற்றும் முதல்வனே நம சிவாயா 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 ஆதியானேரும் நாங்கள் அதிமுடி தெரியாய் மண்ணும் சோதியாய் நிறுவாய் நின்று துணைவனே நம சிவாயா 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 இளையதே தேட காணா எண்ணங்களோ அலராமாயின் காணாத எடுத்தோள் எடுத்து கடவுளே நம சிவாயா 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 ஈரியா பெரும்போழுங்கள் இனி அதி பணிவாய் தொங்கும் வாத்தியாம் செல்லோமேனி வள்ளலே நம சிவாயா 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 ஓமியோர் பாதம் வைத்தே உங்கள் தம்பீரானே ஆயமுத்து மணியே முத்து அண்ணலே நம சிவாயா 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 ஓம் திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். Before we conclude, I'd like to call up Mr. Ruben Reddy, who will now pass the word of thanks.
Family, friends, neighbors, it was heart pleasing to see so many of you here on this special day to pay tribute to our brother, late brother Sagaren Reddy. We want to thank all the family, friends, neighbors that have put this together and made this possible. We want to thank the Saraswathi Service Group for the rendition of beautiful songs this afternoon. We also want to thank the Marquee people and those that we haven't forgotten. Please bear with us. And we want to thank you wholeheartedly for your contributions, for your assistance, and for your help. In closing, I want to say that please do not leave until you partake in the meals that have been provided. And we appeal to you to please be patient because we love to adhere to the COVID rules. And we will be calling upon 5 to 10 people at a time so that to avoid large queues. So once again, thank you very much for attending a special memorial service. Keep safe, God bless, and travel safely. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Reddy. We'll now call up the immediate family to come into the last Divaradhane while we conclude. Oh Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Muttinari Aliyade Mutolado Muyavene Sattinari Alavide Alavidangal Saranganum Samaram Alavide Shivanagi Om Tirusutrambalam Kallapriyam Karudapriyam Kasunrigi Yellapriyam Ninayapriyam Ningaindurette Sullapriyam Turiyapriyam Torapriyam Yellapriyam Tulattaravai Kachiye Gumvane Aruperum Jodi Tani Perum Karune Tani Perum Karune Aruperum Jodi Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Welcome, welcome. Take your seats. Thank you. We'd like to thank the family, the Saraswathi Service Group. We'd like to thank the family for allowing us to be here and sharing their loss with them. Mika Nandri. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you, the witnesses. Thank you. Drive home safely. Vanakkam.